Hi, in this video, we're going to talk about how to retain what you read. Okay, so in order to retain what we are reading, you have to actually take the time to understand and absorb content. Because I explained this previously in another video, but let me summarize it this way. The brain will not retain things that it doesn't understand. You have to attach the information that's newly coming in to previously known content for the brain to retain and then be able to retrieve it later. Okay, so let's get with it. So, let me give you a scenario, okay? So have you ever been in a car and you travel from one place to another, especially if it's a place where you commute regularly? And you just go from one destination to the next, and you get to the destination and you just are like, I don't remember anything of the past 10, 20 minutes. I just don't remember. I can't recall what I saw, or, you just zoned out, okay? And this can happen with textbook reading as well. Have you ever read and discovered, okay, you just read content and, oh my gosh, zoned out, and you're like, I just don't remember. Okay, we have to come up. Okay, we have to use a procedure that forces the brain not to just zone out. Okay, not to just like brush through it and never retain anything. Okay, the method I'm gonna share with you today is called marginalia. Okay, and I'm gonna do a demo and I will explain how this is done. So you would get your textbook, and what you would do is you would read a paragraph, okay? So you read a paragraph, and assuming this was the first paragraph of the chapter, okay, I'm just gonna use this part here. And you would summarize this paragraph right here with one sentence. So you read the paragraph, try to make sense of it, summarize it over here with one sentence, okay? Then you go to the next paragraph. Now, you read the next paragraph, and then you summarize that paragraph with one sentence on the margin. When you go to the third paragraph, okay, you're gonna write two sentences. You're not writing one, you're gonna write two sentences. You read that third paragraph, and the first sentence is going to be a summary of the first and second paragraph. So you will summarize these two paragraphs into one sentence, and you're gonna write it here. And then the second sentence you're gonna write here, like just a little blob you're gonna write here, is gonna be the summary of the third sentence. When you go to the fourth paragraph, you are going to summarize, you're gonna write two sentences. The first sentence is going to be a summary of the first three paragraphs, and then the second sentence is going to be a summary of the fourth paragraph. And that's how you're going to keep going till the very end. And this method, it takes you a little bit longer to read, but this helps you focus and retain it. I know you're thinking, wow, my gosh, I don't know if I have the time for that. Do I have the time for that? Let me tell you, you know what? It's better to put in the time and get you to remember and understand and retain things when you're reading, than to not do it and just feel like, oh my gosh, it's a whole textbook. I just don't think I can do it. And then, most of the time what happens is you just procrastinate because it's a big textbook and you're so intimidated by it. Get to the end of the semester and you're like, oh my gosh, I have to cram because exam is gonna be this week, and then you cram it. You know what? That kind of like not doing anything or quickly skimming through it, or not doing that. The opposite of that, sure, it might be faster, okay? So you can do that and say, well, I usually just read real quick. I don't like to take notes. I just highlight quickly, very passively. And that kind of reading will earn you like a much lower grade, okay? Assuming, okay, that's like very light reading can earn you like a D+. But then you end up cramming at the end of the semester and it bumps your D+ to C+, okay? But if you do this, it will take a longer time. Okay, it will take you a longer time doing it, but it will generate a higher grade, and you will always have notes on the margins to go back to later. So when it comes to exam time, you're not going to now read all the paragraphs, okay? You're not going to now go read all the paragraphs. You're going to just go through the margins, and you won't need to stay up all night. You don't need to be cramming. The understanding level that you get from doing this method gives you an almost, like, I'll just say an A- level of understanding, okay, versus a D+ level. It gives you an A- level of understanding. And then during exam time, when people are running around trying to cram things that they will not remember, when you cram like that last minute, you won't remember it, because that's just too much for the brain. It just doesn't work, okay? It will work, it can work to bump you up a little bit, but if you're going to need to do, you need this information to apply later for standardized testing in a few years, probably, if you're in high school, or even if you're taking a course that requires standardized testing after your 4 years, you need to be able to retain this information. And doing this gives you notes to look back on. It gives you a summary that you can go back and during exam time, you are not going to read the whole textbook. You will be going by your summary of notes. And that will save you time. You will understand things that you need to know. You will have a good night's sleep. And trust me, I think you will have a very good grade. Come back to this video after you succeed. Come back to this video and give us a comment on how you do. But I want you, have you ever tried summarizing? What are your best ways of summarizing? I would like to hear that. Leave your comments below. Please give this video a like. Subscribe to this channel. I share a lot of content like this to help you succeed, because I would like to help you reach your best potential. And I do really want to help you succeed. And when I say this, I don't want you to just succeed in this life. I would like you to succeed into the next one that's coming. So in the description box below, I will put a video on how to get eternal life, because if you haven't yet received eternal life through Jesus Christ, that is what I believe, and that is what I highly recommend. I'm gonna recommend that you go down and check out that video so you can be prepared. There is no point of running around and trying to succeed in this life and then just to lose your soul, in the very end. Okay, thank you so much. Have a great day. Thanks for watching this video. I hope to see you in the next one. Bye for now.